the further out you go, the greater your cone of uncertainty is in terms of understanding it. We know that just in the past couple of years, we've already had a great deal of change that has happened. Our argument is that the world really changed in 2022, driven by a couple of things. One, the invasion of Ukraine, and two, with the public release of ChatGPT, which really unleashed everything that we've been talking about on data centers, but also energy security. And that sets up a lot of change into the future, but both of those also drive one of the fuels that I've been focused on in the last year and a half, which is natural gas. And I think natural gas is effectively going to be similar to the role that coal has been playing in the last couple of years, which has been consistently surprising to the upside in terms of demand. We already see that it is going to 45 different countries in terms of LNG. There's likely to be an oversupply in the next couple of years. We think that it could go to as many as 80 countries. Additionally, I think AI is really very much undersold in terms of what it is going to be doing for the world broadly. Right now, we are focused on data centers. The reason we're focused on data centers is because it is the easiest to model in terms of the changes that it is happening. But AI is going to change both the supply side of demand of energy, but it's also going to change the demand side of energy and how we look at it. And it's very difficult to kind of get a sense of where that is going forward. I know a number of organizations here have tried to look at the scenarios, but what we've seen is that overall, everybody sees energy going up. The average scenario just in the past year has grown energy demand by 6%. So the main takeaways are a couple of things. One, we know that there is not enough money that is going into the system in order to pay for both the energy transition, but also just the energy that is needed. The other one, which I really enjoyed, was a great piece on critical minerals that the IEF put together. The IEF always does a lot of great reports, but I really appreciated this critical minerals one because we often talk about the kind of different binding constraints that are happening within what is happening within energy. Critical minerals is something that is kind of behind what we are all looking at. If we can't get out the minerals that we need in order to make everything that we need for energy, it's really going to cause a significant issue. My personal view, and something that I think needs to be raised more, is that we're going to have some supply elasticity effectively, and we've already seen this in lithium, we've seen it a little bit in copper, which is that as the prices rise, new supply does end up coming in. Countries do end up changing their policies, figuring out a way in order to bring on additional supply. I come to this meeting every year precisely because I love this dialogue. I view this as kind of my start to the year. I always view this as a way that I can kind of understand what the industry kind of feels and how it is viewing itself, what has changed since last year. I always review my notes from the prior year. It is great to see both faces that I've seen before and people that I know, but also new faces and being able to exchange views. I actually prefer those views that don't necessarily align with my own so that we can exchange those views and kind of understand where the changes are, because if we all agree with each other, that doesn't really help us because we know that the future is very difficult. And so exchanging those different views and kind of arguing and wrestling with them is really where we get to a better outcome.